No score, and John controlling the running game more than just the responsibility of the catcher.
Well, this is great. Watch how far he comes out to get it. He's not going to throw him out at second if he doesn't come this far, cut off the angle, because you know Gomez is trying to get in the way of for call. And I think what he's going on first movement, and you see Albert does it as good as anybody, really aggressively going out there to get the ball so they can cut him down at second.
16 steals for Gomez this season, only 2 against left-handers. He still hasn't learned the art of stealing against lefties. Really only goes on first movement.
That was the Brewers' first stolen base attempt of this LCS, and it ends up as the final out of the inning. Lance Bergman leads off for St. Louis, named yesterday as the comeback player of the year in the National League. He and Jacoby Ellsbury winning the comeback players of the year. This is the matchup I think everybody's anxious to see. They were talking about it on the On Deck show prior to the game. But the Greinke-Berkman matchup. Berkman, a fastball hitter. Lifetime against Greinke, Lance Berkman is 5 for 12 against him. And he rips one to center field. That's a base hit. Gomez cuts it off. And there's your answer in the first round between these two. First hit for the Cardinals. And now Matt Holliday. Cal Ripken was talking about the matchup between Berkman and Greinke, and also Matt Holliday. But Berkman specifically sitting on the fastball. He can hit anybody's fastball. And he sits on that Greinke fastball that is not as it was in '09 when he won the Cy Young Award. That was the 96, 97 mile an hour fastball. He's comfortably around 93. That one's hit pretty well to right. But Hart is there playing deep. And there is the first out of the second inning. His first of the postseason. Here's David Freese. Speaking of guys who can handle the fastball, David Freese is handling everything right now in this postseason.
Well, I like the way Zach Greinke has come out and established his fastball slider. No curveballs yet. The Cardinals got a ton of hits, it seemed like, on curveballs and did some damage with it. I'm not saying he's not going to throw his curveball, but he's establishing his fastball early on in this game.
And Freese is hit by a pitch. Greinke drills him. Now 2 on with 1 away. Yadier Molina, the Cardinal catcher, at the plate. St. Louis has not had a hit with a runner in scoring position in 2 games. They're 0 for their last 15. Got to go back to game 3 to find their last hit with a runner in scoring position.
Couple schools of thought. When you're trying to pitch in, you can pitch in early for effect. It opens up away late. Cardinal rule usually is never get beat in late in the game. Your stuff's not as good, your location's not as good. Take advantage of it early when you have everything going and set up that effectiveness.
Slow breaking ball for Zach Greinke in there for a strike. Brewers are set up to turn 2 here. Molina trying to give the Cardinals the early lead. And he hits one hard right field, way back. Hart is back, reaches up, and it is off the wall. Bergman on his way to the plate. He'll score. Molina with an RBI double. Narrowly missed a home run. And it's 1-0 Cardinals.
Great job not just watching the play and going where you needed to be, keeping it to just 1 run.
Here's Nick Punto. It takes a strike. The runners had to hold ground just in case Hart caught that baseball. Gomez flying across the outfield to pick up the ball off the wall. 1 run is in for St. Louis. The infield is in for Milwaukee. Zach Greinke is in the windup here. As Punto takes strike 2. Got a call on a high fastball.
Punto quickly down 0-2, but he has been outstanding. Runners on third. Here, second and third, but third and less than 2 outs. 8 out of 10, he's gotten them in.
Oh, we've seen this a few times. As we look at this replay again, and I want you to focus on Gomez when you see him come into your picture. This is a great effort, and the ball bounds away, but Gomez is right there quickly on it, making the cutoff so that he could hold the runner from first scoring. One of the things here with the infield in, the pitcher is out of the windup. He feels most comfortable in the windup with his rhythm. That's his best chance for making pitches. But it also gives the runner at third the best chance to get a bigger jump if they are going on contact. And more than likely they will be going on contact because the pitcher's on there.
We got the Cardinals in the 8th spot of their batting order with Punto. Runners driven in from third base. Less than 2 outs. The Cardinals 2 for 8 so far in this series. The Brewers have had a lot of success in spots like this. As Lucroy blocks and keeps Freeze at third base. That's what Zach Greinke was referencing after his last start. He was praising his catcher and talking about how many runs he has saved for him already in this postseason. And the confidence to be able to throw a pitch in the dirt when you have a catcher who will get down and block it.
Well, he only throws this ball 55 feet. Great job by Lucroy to get almost just his arm over there to take it off his arm to keep it in front.
Seeing Punto swing through a high fastball before, it's typically not what you want to try to do because you can get a fly ball a little bit easier, but with Zach's fastball here, maybe he can beat him upstairs on a 2-2 count after a couple pitches have been down.
Punto and a caught by Hairston. A stretched out play by Jerry Hairston. Well, Punto hit that right on the nose. Hairston lays out. And the second out of the inning.
Well positioned in, and Hairston's already made some great defensive plays in this series so far. Positioned perfectly with the dive and comes up with a great play for Greinke and the Brewers.
I thought for a moment you saw the ball, the snow cone effect, and Punto's reaction at the plate. It looked like that ball popped out for a moment, but Hairston able to secure it for the out. And now a way out of this inning for Zach Greinke is Jaime Garcia goes right between the legs of Hairston. 1 run is in, and the throw to the plate, another run scores. Molina ran into Jerry Hairston. He was going to score anyway. Between the legs of Hairston, the Cardinals have a 3-0 lead.
Was I singing the praises of Hairston's defensive play? Well, this one, not so good. Catches just the lip of the grass and the dirt, and that keeps that ball down. Just hits it, keeps it down instead of having bounce up, and it beats Hairston between the wickets. You can see that interference there. Molina running into Hairston. That would have ensured that he was going to score the run anyway, and the third base umpire right on top of it.
Yeah, Tim Timmons calling obstruction right away. Didn't matter where the throw was headed. The ball in play. Garcia could have advanced, but Molina was going to score the run. So it is Molina who drives in a run with a double. And he scores the third Cardinal run. Jerry Hairston makes a fantastic play for out number 2. Lets one go right between his legs with the pitcher at the plate. And 2 runs are in. The Cardinals with a big early lead. Just what they were looking for tonight in their home ballpark. Rafael for call with 2 away. And Greinke will play it off the top of the mound. Side retired, but a productive inning for St. Louis. And a defensive blunder for Milwaukee. 3-0 Cardinals. We go to the third.